Hey y'all. It's been, goodness, I think close to a week. I don't know how long it's been since I did a video. But we're almost finished today in the field, and we are so very desperately hoping we're going to get a rain. But I thought I'd walk you through and show you what's going on right now. We've had to bust the ground up because the water is just kind of sitting on top. We've been watering, but the water is just kind of sitting on top of this red clay dirt and not getting down into the plant roots. So we have busted the dirt up in anticipation of hopefully a week of rain. We're expecting rain. We desperately need rain. It's bad. But you can see some of these little pumpkins are struggling just a bit. Some of them are doing wonderful. And up here we have more pumpkins. Over there's some watermelon and cantaloupe. And we even have some pumpkins fruiting down here. Let me take and show you. Just sweet little dudes. If I can find it. Alright, where did you go? If we have a groundhog stealing my pumpkins, I'm not going to be happy. Alright, y'all. It was here yesterday afternoon. Now, where is it? Where is it? Oh no. Good gravy. Well, I guess at least they're leaving the suns alone. Let me go down to the lower end and see if I see it down there. I hope y'all are doing well. It's been extraordinarily busy here this last week. And but I think we're caught up with the field work. We were trying our best to get ahead of it before the rainy days hit, and we're hoping again that there are rainy days. Honest to goodness, that thing was bigger than a cannonball. There he is. I knew he was in here somewhere. There he is. Alright. Hey dude. Just hide from the gophers, groundhogs. Just hide from them. We want those dudes to stay away. But you can see there's plenty of flowering going on. So, here's another little dude. Look at it. About the size of a tennis ball. Aw. Yay. Next year, we're going to have plenty of cattle panel. And we're going to build a trellis. It'll be a great big tall trellis, like a tunnel that you can walk through. And just train our pumpkins up and over top of that. I listened to one lady that grows them that way this week, and she said that she does not net them. She does not put them in like the little hammock. She said that way they actually, let's go to the other side of the field because this side is loud with the water pump. But she said they actually, as they get heavier and they're hanging, that the stem gets thicker and it will support the weight. So I think I probably would hammock some of them just in case, but I'll try out her method and see what I think. And I was wondering if this was powdery mildew. Hugh said it is not, because he said powdery mildew, you can actually move it around with your fingers. So I have some whey inside, and I'm going to mix up some whey and spray on them just in case sake. If it's not powdery mildew, it won't hurt them. If it is powdery mildew, it's supposed to help. Now, I've never tried that before, so I can't say definitively that it does work, but I'm going to give it a try. Everything is trial and error. Sometimes it feels like a little bit more error than trial. But that's okay. This is a learning year. Next year I'm certain will be another learning year. But eventually we'll learn everything that we can, and no, we won't. You never learn everything you can. Alright, this row, this whole entire row all the way out and over the hill is straw flowers. No, it's not. That's, yes it is. The straw flowers. I'm confused. And you can see that our sunnies in this little field are doing well. I'm not going to go over down there where the water pump's at. And Chelsea's trying to give them a desperate water just in case we're short on rain this afternoon. It is supposed to rain, but you never know. Sometimes it goes around us, it hits a mountain and bounces off or something, I don't know. But all this little corn's doing well. This is the glass corn. We're just growing it for and to sell for people to use for decoration for their Thanksgiving table or whatever. And the only thing we have left to do down here today is to, actually we're not going to plant some sunnies. We've decided that we're going to soak our seed again. We've tried that before, but we're going to soak our seed and let it germinate and then put them in the field. Just to give them a little heads up, it's so very, very dry. We just want to give them as much help as possible. And this field right here, I did get one sunflower out of it yesterday. This is the one the groundhogs originally got, and I abandoned it. You can see that. But there were some that survived, and you can see that they are beginning to bloom. Yay. Yay, yay. So we should get at least a week's worth of blooms out of these guys. They're yellow. The leaves are really yellow. And there again, I'm thinking that might be from lack of rain. But those down there, just across the way, are nice and green. Much healthier looking, so I don't know. But they're opening up. We'll have some sunnies out of this little field. Yay. I hope they're not wonky and really deformed like some of the others. You can see the yellow in this one. Yay. And see, now this looks like powdery mildew to me as well. I don't know, y'all. If any of y'all are familiar with powdery mildew, let me know what you think. Look at these pretty little whites. We just finally stopped even cutting them because we can't figure out how to make them stay fresh. And they're just, within one day inside, they're just turning brown. Look at that, isn't she beautiful? But, so we haven't had success with the white sunnies. We'll try again once we figure out how to make them not turn brown so quickly. And this field, this little row, should be blooming for us probably by maybe the end of next week. So I don't think we're going to be without sunnies for too long. And that's good, because they are very, very popular. We love them too. Well, actually I love them. Chelsea's not a fan of the yellow suns. She likes the colorful ones. So, and there's her shoes. Yes, she is barefoot in the mud over there. She's always been barefoot. You know, that was so funny. When she was a little kid, you couldn't keep her in shoes. And when she got big enough to actually explain her feelings about such things, I would ask her, Chelsea, why can't you keep your shoes on? And she says, Mommy, my feet are claustrophobic. Now there's apparently something to that. So there we go. Look at the big queenies. We'll be cutting again tomorrow. But we have actually backed down to cutting 3 times a week. And yeah, we'll lose a few of them. But in order to allow everything to recover. We don't need to cut but 3 times a week. Look at the gumprinas. And we needed a few days that were just field days because it takes a pretty good little while to cut. We're not very fast yet. We're getting faster. Look at the color of that. I hope that shows up. The color that it is, it's like a velvet, deep velvet red. If velvet is a color, I don't know. These oranges and yellows, pinks, they are very, very pretty. And you can see this field has just started blooming for us in the last couple weeks, so we've got plenty still coming on. This field should do nicely until our next field of zinnias are up and ready to produce. That's the thing with succession planting. We want to always make sure we have something. See, this one's just finished. Is it out here for too long? But that's okay. We know we'll lose some. But you lose them anyway, because if you take them in and you have no need for them at that particular moment in time, you will lose them before you, and then you've lost the time involved in cutting them. But they sure are pretty. Maybe the butterfly friend down here. And the new little area of marigolds are blooming nicely. I've got to remember to deadhead, because I think the deadheading helps. And there's one that Chelsea missed. She was down here with a little tool a little while ago, getting the Japanese beetle. That one apparently was elusive. We have a little bit of baby's breath and a few weeds. And then here's our new bed of Cosmo. And there again, if we had cut this morning, actually these would have been cut yesterday, but we didn't. They're very short, but they do need to be deadheaded. So that's a job for in the morning when we're cutting. And they are beginning to get tall and usable. That's good. And over here, the gumprina are finally beginning to get tall. And look at these things, guys. Any of you that were with us last year, you'll remember some of these that I grew. I think mostly the white ones. All right, focus. Thank you. But they are so beautiful. They're not very big. You can see they're tiny little things, but they just have such a beautiful little presence in a bouquet. Just definitely adds some interest. Definitely adds some interest. All right, let's walk up here. And of course our basil's just about tired. We're still cutting from it because we still need it. But it will be nice when we have some fresh basil growing for us. I love this lemon basil. It's beautiful for one thing in an arrangement, and it also smells so wonderful. And of course the ageratum, it finally reached the point of being very, very, very usable. Look at all the butterflies, guys. Way down there and up here, they're just flitting all over the place. And usually the bees are really working over this ageratum. They love the ageratum, but I don't hear them this morning. There's a few. But these queenies, and I am pointing this is almost shoulder, well, not quite shoulder high on me, but if I hold my arm straight out and I'm 5'6", that's where it's at. These guys have gotten really, really tall, some of them. Hey butterflies. Hey dudes. But I love this Queenie series. Looks like some Benneries got mixed in over here, because that's not a Queenie. Those two. Little butterfly scared them off. But these are just, they're so antique looking, but they're so very, very pretty. Watch this butterfly. Oops, he took off. Maybe I can catch him down here on this one if I don't spook him. Here's little bee having some breakfast. Hi, dude. Well, apparently, zinnias are just yummy. That one is all pieces. Look at his little wings. Aw. Wonder what happened to you, guy. I'm sorry. I'm glad he's still able to kind of maneuver himself around. Isn't that pretty? And here's another. Oh, she missed. There's another enemy down there on the leaf. See him? But look at that. These Queenie zinnias are very, very beautiful. But they're almost gone. You can see how sparse this row is. We will be cutting from them for another week or so. But there's a couple coming on yet. But they're almost done. The butterflies are just loving them. Alright guys, there goes Huey. He's heading down to do something. He's been helping our neighbor Sean get his hay up this past week. So he's been busy too. Oh, here's some little tiny butterflies. Oops, I scared them off. But anyway, I just wanted to catch you guys up on where we're at. The hardening off table is pretty much empty. There's 3 trays on it right now. And after we get those in the ground, I'm not sure we're actually going to be putting anything else out. We've got to check our calendar and see if we have time to start another batch, another succession. Of course, the sunnies will be growing those all summer up until they don't have a chance to bloom before our first frost. So I'm leaving Chelsea in the field because I'm going to go eat breakfast. She ate breakfast a little while ago, and we're actually finished except for a little bit of watering she's doing. And those of you that live in the area, Friday we're having our Canton Market on Friday this week instead of Thursday, because there's going to be a folk moot event there as well. So it should be fun and productive and busy and all those things. The only problem is I am seeing the Weather Channel telling me that we've got like 88% chance of thunderstorms. I'm going to give it until tomorrow, and if it hasn't changed and we're still at 88% chance of thunderstorms, I am going to just let our market manager know that we won't be there. It's at some point you have to use your time well, and I would rather rest, because market day is absolutely grueling by the time you cut and you get ready for it, and you go early and you set up and you're there for, well, we have to be there for until 9 o'clock. We're usually there until 7 o'clock, but we have to be there until 9 o'clock on Friday because the event lasts so long. All right, I'm going to turn this thing around. You guys are going to crack up. You got to see my hat. Check this thing out. It's very wonky, but it does a good job. And what I like about it, it has the netting underneath, so you can stay just a little bit cooler because it keeps it up off your head. But it works. My kids, let me turn you back around. I don't to have to see this. Those are some flowers that we picked up the other, I think yesterday. Chelsea picked those up when she drops them fresh off. But anyway, well, I feel goofy, so I'll turn you around. You'll see my very, very sweaty me. But what was I telling you? Oh, the market usually lasts from 4 till 7. So, where's there? I have to find the little lenses so I know where to look. But this Friday, since it's a special event and our parking will be taken up, we're supposed to stay until 9 because we can't move back to our parking area to reload our things. And honestly, if I'm just going to be sitting there in a storm, sitting in a metal lightning rod, I'm not going. And I hate it, but I'm assuming that everybody else will have that same understanding that it's just not the place to be in a thunderstorm. And I'm not even certain that the folk moot dancers will even bother showing up if it's just really ugly weather. If it's not ugly weather and any of y'all live close, come and enjoy the evening. They'll have food trucks and, like I said, the folk moot dancers and a good number of vendors. There's not tons and tons of vendors at this particular little market yet, but eventually there will be. And other than that, I'm going to go inside and eat some breakfast and cool off. And I love y'all. I am sorry that I haven't been able to make videos as much as I have in the past. It's just been an incredibly busy couple of weeks. But anyway, hopefully things are slowing down now. We're getting ahead of the game and we'll be able to keep y'all informed as to what's going on. All right. Have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. Love you much. Bye-bye. Oops. Wrong.